Monet, I am so excited to be chatting with you. Just when we thought you couldn't do anything else, so multi-talented, you are now doing this amazing variety show called Monet's Slumber Party. It's going to be coming out July 19th on Dropout. So cool. Now, give me the tea on this because it's kind of like you're opening up your bedroom of sorts and inviting some fun folks in, talking about sex, we're talking about relationships, all the things.
Yeah. So yeah, Monet's Slumber Party is a variety. I don't want to say talk show. It's a chat show, right? It's just people hanging out in that's my actual real life bedroom, y'all.
I love it.
I wish my bedroom looked that cool. No, it's kind of like Pee-wee's Playhouse meets the Graham Norton Show, and meets like One Girl, Five Gays from back in the day on MTV. So it's like it's an amalgamation of all these things together, and it's just such a fun vibe and such a fun show. And like at this point in my career, I'm saying at this point, like I've been in the industry for like 30 years. I've only been around for what 12. I started Dragon 2012, almost 13 years.
Yeah.
And at this point, I just want to, and I'm very grateful that I am one of the girls that gets to work a lot and I do a lot of things. But like at this point, I just really want to create things that are fun, things that when I have to go to work, it doesn't feel like work. It just feel like I'm having a good time. And this is what that show is. And thank you to the people at Dropout for making it happen.
Yeah, and I love this. So Dropout, in case anyone doesn't know, is a platform that brings all different sorts of comedy and entertainment. You could subscribe and then get the episodes. And these are going to start rolling out starting July 19th. Super excited. 6 episodes in this season. I mean, you're bringing in amazing folks. People in the GLAAD world, of course. Adam Rippon is coming on, Joel Kim Booster, Rachel Bloom. I mean, tell me what it was like. I mean, that's quite the lineup for this, debut, variety show.
Yeah, so our guests are a combination of because it's the first season. A lot of folks in the industry don't say yes to things that they can't see what it was before. Like, I'm not sending my client to hang out in Monet's bedroom. I don't know what Monet does in her bedroom. So a lot of the people that we got for season 1 are people who are friends or people who said yes to our amazing booker Jazzy. So yeah, and then I mean, and again, I kind of like how I'm happy that the friends who I have said yes, and I'm happy that people said yes to the booker because I could not ask for our season 1 to have a better cast of people. Everyone, every episode, everyone just worked well together, vibing off each other's, laughing at each other's jokes, making really funny jokes. It was really, really, really great casting for season 1. And then if you don't see your fave this season, y'all just send a Samurai a nice email. Like, hey girl, so season 2 is happening, right?
I love that.
And
now,
that's what you're
saying. I mentioned Adam and Joel and Rachel, but we also have other drag legends like yourself. We're talking Bob the Drag Queen, Alaska, Jujubee, Naomi Smalls. All the girls are showing up. Listen, we love to see the drama on Drag Race with the fighting, but it's nice also in real life when we have these projects that your friends, the girls, show up and support and want to help you out too.
Yeah, because you know what I mean, and like, because I saw when the trailer and everything came out, and some people were like, "Ugh, did she have to have all the drag queens?" I'm like, let me tell you something. I cannot tell you the amount of times I can count on my hand. I mean, I can't count on my hand because I won't have enough hands. About how you do like these projects and stuff like that for these other networks and stuff. They like to tokenize queens as if with this like little thing, this trope they can pull out when it's necessary. I'm like, no, I want drag. I mean, I am a drag queen number 1, but I want drag all up and in through here. Drag is literally my favorite type of art. And I love what all of my friends brought to the show. Every girl who's in drag on the show is a really close friend of mine. And when I asked them, even Meatball, when I asked them to do the show, they agreed, and they all brought everything and more that I could have asked for. And from all the shade, from all the extra, from all of the ridiculosity that y'all gonna see, they're all thanks to my friends. And I couldn't be happier that they all said yes and they were available to do it.
I'm looking at your mic right there, very professional podcasting mic. We all know your podcast, Sibling Rivalry, of course, the GLAAD Media Award-winning podcast.
I was going to say too. I was like, you mean GLAAD Award-winning podcast, honey?
Right. Are you still loving that world? I mean, we love, what you talk about, because it's like a perfect blend of entertaining, but also, like you said, getting the important conversations out there, which I imagine is probably what's going to happen on Monet's Slumber Party too.
Yeah, Sibling Rivalry is it's Bob and Mai. It is our child that we fathered together. I birthed it, I pushed. But so it is Sibling Rivalry is our baby, and we're so proud of that podcast. We have such an amazing community we have built through the podcast. The people who subscribe to our Patreon, the people who listen every week and they comment on Spotify and Apple, like the community that we have been able to foster because of people's love for drag, art, and bickering is incredible. And it's one of the greatest things, one of the greatest gifts I feel like I've given to the world since my drag is Sibling Rivalry. And it is also the gift that keeps on giving. Like anytime we think that we've crested what the podcast can be, it grows into another echelon and people want more, and it's great. I love our podcast.
I love that from podcasts, now we've got this variety chat show happening. So let's put it out there. When season 2 happens, I know it's always like, wait, season 1 hasn't even started, let me enjoy that. But when you do the next season, who would be on the list of like the dream people to invite into your bedroom?
Ooh, okay. So back when I had my talk show, Exchange Rate,
yeah,
they asked me, it was like, give us like a dream list of who people you can have on the show. I was like, okay. I was like, RuPaul. And then 2 weeks later, they were like, so they got RuPaul. I was like, no, you didn't. And then they did. So I am crossing my fingers that RuPaul is going to make another cameo in a Mone Exchange project, and I hope it's Slumber Party. So dream guests will be RuPaul, Whoopi Goldberg,
yes,
SZA, Victoria Monet, Meryl Streep. Having Meryl, we don't see Meryl enough. And I feel like I can call her Meryl because I've seen everything she's ever done. I would love to have Meryl Streep and stuff. Even like on these big names, they can just be little cameos like that happen in the episodes. You know what I mean? They don't have to be there the entire. I mean, if they want to stay there the entire, we can film a 4-hour episode with them if they want to. But yeah, I would love. Those are some of the names I would die to have on the show.
Maybe Meryl Streep can come to Monet's Slumber Party as Miranda Priestley, since that is going to be happening. It sounds like in the future, I guess.
No. Wait, do we know if Anne Hathaway's going to do it yet or no?
They have, not that it's like very like TBD, but I feel like there's going to be in some capacity, even if it's, they'll be involved. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. Anne Hathaway's a very big Monet fan. She went on Stephen Colbert show and she was crying about me. She was like, I just love the way that Monet stepped her pussy up. I was like, Anne. So Anne Hathaway would be a great guest. I would love to have Anne Hathaway as well.
And she was a guest judge on Drag Race. I feel like she was, or
was she?
I don't know if she was. No, she wasn't a guest judge. I think she was like a virtual thing in the pandemic.
Yes, that's what it was.
Remember? She like came and popped up. I remember that.
Yeah.
Well, let's make that happen too. Thinking about where you are, and it's so funny with Drag Race, and there's so many different shows now that we have coming out, which I love. That all over the world we have Drag Race, Mexico, Philippines, and so many. What's it like for you to see, this art form that has been such a part of your life, like you said, for 14 years, 13 years, really just take off and continue to grow in this time when I feel like it's more important than ever that we're visible and proud and just unapologetically who we are.
Anytime I see that stuff, it makes me, I just always remember that interview of RuPaul saying that drag would never be mainstream. And I'm like, mama, drag is mainstream now.
Right.
Like, and it's just so crazy to me, like one of the founding mothers of drag and put drag on the world stage how it is today. Like she must wake up sometimes and just shit bricks. Like, oh my God, like this thing that I was doing in these seedy clubs on the Lower East Side, in Atlanta, being homeless, and now to see how drag has become this mainstay in pop culture, because I don't think it's going anywhere. I think it's only going to get bigger and better. I just always think about like how it must. Yes, it's amazing for me to see, but I'm 34 years old. Imagine what it is for RuPaul to see like this thing, this baby, this thing that he never ever thought would ever be this. To wake up every day and realize that it is this. It must be an amazing feeling. Like I can't imagine what that would feel like.
It's a really, really great plan. Like I said, I don't think it's going anywhere. I'm hoping it's not. But listen, Mone, I'm always so excited to get to chat with you. And like I said, this is such a great new project. It's called a Mone's Slumber Party. It starts July 19th on Dropout. You can subscribe, get access to these episodes that are coming out. Like I said, it's a fun, wild ride. But yeah, cheers to you, and hopefully lots of more things to come in the future.
I have a sneaking suspicion that Mone's Slumber Party is going to win a GLAAD award. I don't know how, I don't know why. I just feel it. I just feel like it's going to
Put it out there. Put it out there.